Welcome to Savanna's Masters. It's Mark Bradburn here commentating, and we're down to the last 16. And we've got a very good match coming up with Chris Hatton and Ian Duffy, both absolute top class players. I expect it to be very competitive between these two, and I don't think anyone's going to run away with it, but you never know. I should imagine it's going to be toe to toe, and neither player is going to be scared of the other player. So Ian's he's won the lag, and off he goes. And he's come up dry, and I think Chris would definitely want yellows. So this one in the middle, one nearest the middle, may cut back. We'll just have a look from above. Yeah, that's a nice thin cut. And it would look, on the face of it, a reasonably good opportunity for Chris. But it is the first frame of the morning, so you never know how someone's going to play. We'll just take the other view there. So you can tell Chris is the very tall one. He's very tall, he's 6 foot whatever, I'm not sure. Oh. So it was a thin cut, a bit thinner than Chris got. He hit the knuckle. %. Ian's going to go yellows. He probably doesn't want to take the one over the pocket just yet, but over the top right hand pocket. But it looks normally when it's like this, you want to take an easiest one. So he may play a cannon. What's he doing here? Oh, he may play a cannon. The cannon being a red onto a yellow over the middle, which is a good shot. Good thinking if he gets it. It may block the black from going in into that pocket. I'm not sure if he has or not. Now, he's got a nice angle really to cut the yellow into the right hand middle and bring the white down for the yellow on the bottom cushion. Or he may go a different way. It definitely goes into the middle. It's a big pocket with them two reds being over the middle, right middle. All the matches have just started, and they're all good matches. There's no match that we couldn't stream because they're all worthy of being streamed. It's just these two lads haven't been on stream this weekend, so we wanted to make sure everyone gets a crack at it. So Keith Brewer versus Andy Lucas, that's a good match. Lee Walker versus Pat Ward, another good match. Graham Whitten, Russell Burgess, another good match. Ian's just gone a little bit out of... he didn't really want to be Chinese snookered on this yellow down the bottom, but he should still get it. You've got Tommy Donlan versus Steve Singh. That will be a really good match. Dave Shan versus Martin Hazel, another good match. Well, they're all good matches. Ian Devonport, Partab Singh, Dylan Leary versus Nathan Beavers. Every one of them is a great match, and I don't think there's too many favourites in any of them. I think it's 50-50 anyone. So we'll keep you updated on the scores. Lloyd, the referee, is going to come over and keep me updated on what's going on out there. So you'll know before it shows on Q-Score. Now, that's made it a little bit awkward for him. Only a little bit. He may have to go for the one on the top right on pocket first to get position on the one that's next to the red. He may have to. I don't know. Obviously, when you're looking at a table from this view, it's not the same as a player looking at a table. They can see it from all angles. That's why they walk around. I'm just looking at the players, and they all seem to be in reasonable form this morning. Oh, he's going for a very thin cut here now. He's took it really well. How'd you look? Oof, what about that? What about that? Looks like he's... surely you couldn't have played to get the white all the way around through them 3 red balls, but we'll give him the benefit on it. Looked a bit fortunate, but maybe he played it, so you have to go along with that. Now he's played that the way he has so that you can get a good angle on the black, but he's probably got a bit more angle than you wanted. And it's always a bit tricky when there's a ball over a pocket getting the white to do exactly as you want. Think all this. No, it was tough, really tough, and reds look quite nice as well now, so Chris has got a really easy starter. I know Chris pretty well. He's an excellent player, and I've watched Ian quite a few times, and Ian's a very good player. But these are the kind of chances that most players would thrive on, really, where you've just your opponents took all the obstacles out. It does make it a little bit trickier with the yellow being over the top left, but should still be okay. He's got a few options there now. It's made it a little bit more awkward, that, but You'd have to fancy him to take these out. So Chris will probably pot this, leave himself a fairly awkward long shot, and put a lot of oh no, he's going this way, this is the right way. Chris is such a good player. Whichever way he goes, he generally gets it right. He's played that pretty good. Got to be a little bit careful with these. They're always a little bit tricky because he has to put a little bit of power in it. Or he may just drop it in and leave himself an awkward black into the middle, but not impossible. So if he pushes it through an inch, then he can't miss. There you go. Really good clearance from Chris. But me and Jimmy, who's on the computer, both know Chris pretty well. He's a devastating player when he's on form and capable of winning any competition. 1-0 to Chris, well done. Welcome back after our little advertisement for a screen to print, top class printers based in Bolton. So if you use screen to print, which we have, you get a fantastic deal with the manufacturers, and you get trade prices, which these days everyone wants a good deal for a good quality. These are your people. So I think Chris has put his hat on the table, so to speak, and showed Ian, well, you're in for a match with me. If you want to beat me, you're going to have to play well. Now it's Ian's turn to do the same to Chris. Either ones really, yellow or red, look pretty good. you just got to make sure you get your first one, which isn't that easy with the looks of it. We'll just have a look for it. Oh no, we'll keep to this view. This is an awkward one, so it was a good shot, but now he's left with a very awkward, because he skimmed the other red. It's kind of put that red safe with the looks of it, and he's left with a Chinese snooker. So this is going to take a little bit of finishing now. Good shot. Now he may have to go up the table now. These are really awkward plants. If he goes for this and gets it, it's top class, because he's going to break the other one out. Need a bit of luck where it's going to land. And you have to concentrate surely on the... No, I thought that was a little bit tricky. And these are the kind of chances that Chris gobbles up. Chris is from Wigan. I don't know where Ian's from. I presume he's not. He's definitely not local, because I'd have heard of him by now if whereabouts he were from. Yeah, good shot from Chris. Good first shot. Played it exactly, well, maybe he'd have preferred the yellow that he hit initially to go a bit further towards the top pocket, but still no problems for Chris. Yeah, did that really well. And as you can tell, Chris is a very good potter, but tactically, people don't realise, because he's such a good potter, he is a fantastic technical player as well. At World Rules, he is very, very well, probably at any rules, but World Rules is very, very good. Now, if he goes for the one on the left-hand side, I know Chris will go the right way around, but if he goes for the one on the left-hand side first and draws it back to exactly where it is now, or thereabouts, that would be perfect. So, well, he may just push it through, or... Yeah, so he's gone this way around, which... Sure, he knows what he's doing, Chris, so whichever way he goes, I should imagine he's going to take these out. And Chris is one of those that he's a good front runner. Once he gets in front, it's difficult to pull back. Very much, I mean, he plays with confidence to start off with, and he just gets better. So, not sure what angle he's got. We'll have a look from above. See how easy it is to get on this. So you can, not sure, maybe drop it in and go for into the middle, or maybe you can pull the white back somehow. I don't know. When you're at the table, even though we're looking from this angle, you still can't see it quite the same as a player can. Oh, he's played that absolutely spot on. So soon to be 2-0. And me and Jimmy are watching in admiration. Chris is so good. Two-0 to Chris. And it's Ian's break. And Ian's caught dry, which he won't be happy about, the way that Chris is playing. Them reds look pretty good. Yellows aren't impossible, but I think Chris will just take these out. Reds look nice and easy-ish. Right, he's in good position now, Chris. A very good position. And the black goes into the, as we're looking, the bottom centre pocket. So I think that's will be his map. He's gone probably a little bit closer. I think he'd have wanted to go for the red that's on the line. Got to be a little bit careful here. That's actually done him a favour if he's on a shot. It's done him a favour, that yellow going near the middle, for the black to go in off it. If not, Ian may be getting an opportunity in this frame which he would have thought that he weren't going to get. I'm not sure if he's got a shot on this. So it looks like either a thin cut back or a double. Looks like a thin cut back. Oh no. That was a very poor shot from Chris. So Ian has to take these out really, or put Chris in a lot of trouble. They don't look too bad at all, these. At the end of this frame I'll go and find out the scores for you on the other tables, keep you updated on it. Like I say, Q score, if you look at Q score, you probably won't, or maybe you might. If JJ is going round getting scores, because if he doesn't, I'll just get the scores for you and let everyone know. shot from Ian though. Still got a lot of work to do on this frame, so I think they're happy going for the one next to the black now, if it was me. But that's why I'm not in the finals. Bad decisions. Yeah, I didn't fancy that shot. So Ian's first real chance now where he's just not gaining control of the white. He's struggling with the control on it. Going for a back double. Very attacking. No. Oh. He's not quite on it this morning, Ian. The black's in a bad position, so even if Chris gets all these, he's got to work a way of getting the black. We'll have a look from above. Yes, I mean, if the white lands there, he's got a chance of a double, but nothing clear. So this is going to be the first of some very good matches today. Very tasty matches for the senior scene. It's on the up, and I hope everybody's enjoying the streams. I certainly enjoy watching the matches. And there's going to be more streams here, more competitions at JJ's, Savanna's. So Yeah, he's left himself. He's put the white back. It's as good as he could get it, really. And it's took it out like a sniper that he is. 3-0, and Ian is in trouble because Chris is such a strong front runner. So, I've just been round and checked on all the scores, and I'm just going to go through some of them with you. Lee Walker is 2-1 up against Pat Ward. Keith Brewer is 3-0 down against Andy Lucas. Dave Shand is 3-1 down to Martin Ezel. Partab Singh is 1-0 with Ian Davenport. Dylan Leara is 1-0 with Nathan Beavers. A really surprising score for me is Tommy Donlan and Steve Singh. Tommy Donlan is 5-2 up in 40 minutes, which is incredible. That they played 7 frames in 40 minutes. So they're obviously both playing extremely fast. So there you are, you're updated on all the scores. Looks like a fairly decent chance for in here. Nothing's too difficult. This one in or over should win in the frame. You don't want to be slack on this shot though. Don't want to leave any gaps if it doesn't go in. Yeah, he's played it excellent. Really good shot. So, not too difficult really from where he is now to... He's got a few different options of which way he wants to go for this. This looks like the easiest one, but he could also go into the middle first and bring the white across. Because obviously he's going to be, if he goes for the one on the black spot, is white will have to travel a little bit to get position from the middle. He's given himself a nice angle. Should be relatively easy just to bring it over to the right and cushion. In between the black and the top right hand red. Yeah, he's played that really nice. Well done. And just have a look from above. A few different ways you can go for it. So looks like he's just going to drop it in. Could screw it back if he wishes. So he's got 2 options. Yeah, that's probably, well, it's definitely the best way because he's got it. So 3-1. So Ian to break. I think yellows are the order of the day, but at least Ian's put the gauntlet down a little bit and said, "Look, I'm still here. I'm still going to battle you." Nobody wants to really view too much of a one-sided game. I like to see a battle. Oh, well, it looks difficult, this one, but it's an opportunity. An opportunity that I think Ian would have been thinking he weren't going to get. Just going to leave it for a little bit. think it's going to try grabbing. Tender. No. Are you working tomorrow? Thursday, Friday? What? Tuesday, Wednesday. Normal service from Bristol or Hatton. Just Darkside. I'll find it in a minute. Huh? No, not that one. Darkside. Just need to find it. Potato. Looks like fish though to me. Just don't taste like it. McDonald's. So I've just been round and got some scores for you around the club, and the first one is a shocker really, because as you can see it's 5-2 with Chris and Ian. Tommy, Dolan and Steve Singh were playing when I went round before. Tommy was winning 5-2, and I've just been round now, and Steve Singh beat him 9-6 in the blink of an eye. Within half an hour he was run off 10 frames, which incredible. 9-6, well done to Steve Singh, and unlucky to Tommy. Obviously he's a bit devastated, but this is what happens. So other scores that should interest you, I'll just bring them up. So we got Keith Brewer was losing 6-0 to Andy Lucas when I'd just been round. Then you've got Lee Walker is 6-2 up. And then you've got Dave Shand, he's 5-2 down. Ian Davenport and Partap Singh are going through a fudgy fest, and it's 2-all. So it's Ian Davenport, Partap Singh 2-2. Then you've got Dylan Leary is losing 4-3 to Nath and Beavers. And Russell Burgess is 5-all at the present with Graham Whitten. So there you are, it's updated. I'm going to let you getting it before you see it on Q Score. Great games. So it's a bit of a tactical battle at the moment. They can, in world rules, be long drawn out things because neither player wants to lose a frame, which is no good for anyone watching, unless you're a real connoisseur of fudge. And I prefer the occasional fudge frame, but I don't like it all the time, to be honest. And they can drag out. And they're both attacking players, it's just neither player wants to lose and they're going to play to the rules. So Chris has just played a deliberate in our rules. You're allowed to pot your opponent's ball and you can't pick the white up unless you're totally snookered off all your balls. That means you can't hit any part of any of your balls remaining on the table. So tactically, that shot he just played is a really good one, a really very good one, unless if Ian can keep his 2 shots, he'd be a pretty good favourite if he gets the first ball in and lands with any kind of position. So now he's kind of second favourite now from 1 shot. That's what can happen in world rules, which is why most of us love world rules, that you've always got a chance, even no matter how bad it seems, where in other rule sets it's cut and dried. You get in a certain position and you just can't win. So Ian's just made sure of that pocket. And there's not a lot that Chris can do with the ball, his yellow ball that's at the side. Move it along a little bit. Maybe even, we'll have a look from above, it could be a little bit trickier. Yeah, it looks like it's a touching ball. So if it's a touching ball, I think the referee would have to be called, but they've not done so. Maybe it's not touching. So what does Ian do now? Maybe top rail on the left hand side. May decide just to roll that down, and then he'd have, as we're looking now, if he pots this ball, which is your bottom left hand rail, if he pots that, oh no he can't, oh can he? I'm not quite sure. I'm not really 100% sure what his plan is here. Looks like he's playing an aggressive shot, so now Chris may decide to do another deliberate on the left hand side, on the left hand rail, play it onto Ian's red that's over the pocket, which won't be too bad, to be honest with you, I don't think. You'd obviously be probably leaving him with some kind of a shot, but He is very good at these rules, Chris. Very, very, very good. Tactically, excellent. So he's just trying to make sure he can't do anything with that red that's over the pocket. Like I said, they do drag out these, and they're not particularly great to watch. It's just neither player wants to lose. So Chris doesn't look very happy where it's landed, but another safety shot because he's struggling to get that yell out on the top left. So I'm at a good advantage. I can watch a few games from the commentary area. We can see the gains just round with the commentary area, but we commentate on the far left table. You can just about make out. Sorry if you just missed that, but there you go. Not missed anything on this really. Chris is in the same position on this table. Russell is in a tussle. So Chris is looking at this more and more, thinking, what can I do? I think you just double the yellow, which is, as we're looking now, the top right hand rail. It's glued to it. You just back double it into the bottom right hand rail. When you get opportunity, obviously he doesn't have opportunity at this second, so he's got to maybe pot a ball to get position. So Chris decided to do another deliberate foul. It's not brilliant because it gives Ian an opportunity for the one that's on the top row. Is going, I'm not sure what I was doing here now. I think he could have clipped the other one out. Oh, good shot. Good thinking. Good thinking, Batman. I didn't see that one. Didn't see that shot. That was a very good shot. All he's got to do now, I say all he's got to do, it shouldn't be too difficult to get position on his last red from, so he'll pop the one top left. Shouldn't be too difficult. He's just got it. In fact, I thought he'd pot the top left one then. I didn't realise that he hadn't. So Chris is definitely going for it now, and he's got a good chance of a steal here. Just pot the top right one that's nearest to the right hand cushion, and then back double the one that's on the left hand cushion. Relatively easy shots. I think he's got a strong possibility here, Chris, of taking this out from where it is. Oh, well then. Chris being Chris could block the top left hand pocket now with his yellow, so he can't actually hit the can't actually pot on over the pocket. Yeah, that's what he wanted to. Well, he's done it probably a bit too close for comfort. So if he tries to get it out, it might not be easy to get that yellow out now. He wanted just to cover it so he didn't have a clear shot at potting it. Oh. There you go, he didn't want that either. So I should imagine Ian now will just roll the yellow that's free, which is nearest to, how can I explain what it is? It's just here. The one that's nearest to the black spot, probably roll up to the top left hand corner, I should imagine. But he's kind of he might not be favourite now for this one, Ian, even though he's got one over the pocket. So he's going to pot. Oh, he's choosing this way to do it. So he's going to pot this and leave the white down at the bottom end. So pot the right hand, and he's not potted it. But to be truthful, I think that yellow is going to be difficult to bring out into a potting position. So still in a total stalemate on this match, and Chris will have moved the yellow down to the bottom to for a couple of reasons really. So Ian can't pot it or make it difficult, and the white will come back up to give him a chance to get them two yellows out. So he's going to push the yellow a little bit further in. Not a bad idea. Don't want to pot the red though. He's played it fairly decent, but they do come out now. So if Chris can pot the one down at the behind their bault line, he's saying it's not frozen the top ball, so not quite sure what Chris is going to do. Maybe he can bring them all out. Don't look like it from here, but looks a bit dodgy that shot. But I say Chris is a really good player. He generally gets it right. So he's going to bring one ball out now. That's the reason why he's done it. It's always difficult when it's like this. You're never quite certain what to do. Just one little mistake, you think you've done a good shot, and then 2 seconds later, from being in a one where you can't lose to where you can't win. So Ian will probably put the yellow that's behind the bault line up towards the top left hand pocket. You've just got to be a little bit careful with every shot that you do, because the black ball he's going to pot this ball. That's alright. I know he's not. He's just making it awkward. Not a bad idea. It can be like watching paint dry for a normal pool player. Watching like this, it's like, what's going on? If you don't know the rules, you just think, what's going on here? I've got no idea what's going on, because in our rules you're allowed to do a deliberate foul, but you pay a penalty, and the penalty is 2 points, 2 shots. So Chris has played it a certain way to make sure he can't mess about with this one at the bottom. So Chris looks like he's just so now he may. Oh, he's going to do a deliberate shot now. Deliberate foul. So he's just going to leave the white bang on Yeah, Chinese snooker. It's a great shot, that, to be honest. Not to say Ian's not going to do it from there, but at least he's committed it now. Chris has gone, right, I don't think you can do it from here. I'm going to make it as awkward as I can. So he's give Ian 2 shots. So he probably, I should imagine he'll come off the bottom rail onto his ball. Maybe not. Maybe he's going directly for it, and just got to be a little bit careful you don't pop Chris's yellow. He's played it really well. Well done. That's going to be 5-4, I think. What? I need. What? So it's going to be a long match with the looks of it. Obviously, it's been an hour and 45 minutes since he started. Hang on. Well, I've just seen Ian Lucas and the great Keith Brewer has lost 9-1 to Andy Lucas. What a result for Andy. So what happened to Alan Hayden last night has happened to Keith, and that's what can happen in pool if you don't turn up. And Andy was up for it this morning. Obviously we didn't stream that much, so we don't know the ins and outs of it all. We don't know if Andy was playing out of his skin or Keith was just not quite on it or whatever, but whatever happened, Andy's won 9-1, and that's one of the biggest results, shock result, I'd say shock result, not that he's won, but the 9-1 scoreline would be, you know, wow. And he's over the moon, Andy. I've just been over for a second and told me 9-1, wow. So hopefully after that a long drawn out frame, it'll be nice and clean from now on. Chris is just he wants to get his white ball. He's just a little bit awkward with his white ball at the moment, so he's just trying to make sure he gets into a really good position with that white, and if he does, then I'd imagine he'll take these out no problem. But it's just this first shot now, just to try and get his white ball under control. And he's lost it a little. Yeah, I mean, he's okay, and he'll just push it through, and I should imagine just push it through and leave himself the red, which is in between. Well, nearest to the blue spot. That'd be the easiest one to explain it. So the red nearest there. Now with the great Keith going out, I may be able to get him to do a bit of commentary. Brilliant commentator. I don't want him to go just yet. I want him to do some commentating. I'm not going to ask him yet because he will be feeling a bit sore. But I will be trying to get the great Keith to do a little bit. Wonderful commentator. He explains it so good. A million times better than me. It's a fairly simple finish. It's just all depends on the one red on the right hand side to the middle. As long as he lands pretty plumb on that, because he's just got to draw it back a little bit, or yeah, that's the other way of doing it, where he doesn't have to do a lot, maybe virtually nothing, maybe no side, no anything, just a straight cut into the middle and should be bob on, like that. Perfect. It looks like he's going to keep a two-frame back to 2 frames in front again, which is obviously very important when you get to towards the 9. Yep, well done, Christopher. Rattled as it went in, but still went in. So we're on to Ian breaking, and you can see what's going on in the club. Still some battles going on. I'll try and find out where we're up to shortly. A good break by Ian. He's got a very good chance of pulling a frame back. This is what we want, really. Want some break and finishes. We don't want to see fudge fests. I don't. No one sat at home, I should imagine, wants to watch too much of it. So Ian's just working out what colour he wants, and once he's done that, like most players, they're normally fairly quick. Oh, it's got to be yellows, I should imagine. It's got to be yellows. Can't see it being red, so it's just which way he's going round of it all. But if you can keep control of your white, there should be no problem at all here. Interesting shot. Played it well. I like that shot. Played it really well. And obviously Ian's is a fairly attacking player. When he gets the opportunity, he goes for it. And creates the opportunity most of the time. And like I say, more or less all the competitions he's playing in, Ian, from what I can see, he gets deep into them. Doesn't normally get, I've not seen him knocked out in the first round, so he's obviously a player on the up in the senior league. Oh. I think you'll see a little fudgy shot coming up, a little quick snooker. Chris is fairly good at these delicate shots. Oh, it must be free from the cushion, but we'll just check from above. Yeah, it's maybe touching ball, so all he's got to do is off and off the rail and back. There we go. And over to you. Now, obviously, I think he's just got to try and hit this first ball very gently. First yellow that he's got. Very, very, very gently. Like that. And it's fairly good. That's a fairly good shot because obviously Chris has got to try and negotiate above a ball. Unless there's some safety shot that you can do. I don't know if there's a safety shot there. Like I say, they see it differently to what I'm looking at. He does the only real opportunity to go for it, but if he gets it, the frames is the one into the middle. So if he gets this, but it isn't easy, it's tricky. Oh, he's gone to the bottom to cover that yellow, which is a crafty shot. Yeah, well played, Chris. I'd have probably just gone for the one straight into the middle and missed it and give it to Ian. So Russell's just lost. Russell Burgess. And when you watch these players, like I played Russell and yesterday and watched him on stream, you think it's going to take some stopping, and then someone else beats him. So well done, Graham Witten, another up and coming over 50s player. I've been watching him because he's just been in front of us on the stream table. And he's gone toe for toe. Very close game it was, so. Ian's just played a pretty good shot. I don't know. Not easy. But I think he's capable of this, so. And he's missed it. Has he covered the pocket? Let's have a look from above. All the best, travel safely. All the best. Yeah, so I've just been speaking to Russell Burgess, who's a lovely guy. Just lost, like I was saying, in 1 second. So, like I say, I'm just speaking to Russell. He's a lovely person. I've not seen him a long time, probably about 4 or 5 years. It was just so nice to see him. So Ian's going to do a deliberate shot. So he's going to roll the red right up to the, so like that. That's, maybe he might be able to kick this out. So there maybe maybe an opportunity where he can actually hit the red full on and bounce the yellow out off the jaws. Then again, there might not be. Chris definitely has to come up with something because there's not a lot on besides putting the one in the middle and giving yourself 2 shots. But you on his last red, but it's in an ugly position to take out from most areas of the table. It looks like it would be very difficult to get that red out without potting the yellow. So there's more and more games finishing now. Graham Whitten beat, yeah, obviously Russell. Lee Walker must have beat Pat Ward because that match is finished. Yeah. So I'm not sure of the other scores yet. Yeah, he did what I suggested. Wow. Not a bad result there for Chris. Not a bad result at all. He'd be happy with that. He'd have liked a little bit more luck than that, really, to get them out. But his reds are in open play. And he's not got hampered queuing. I mean, it's not perfect queuing, but it's not hampered queuing, so he should get a good white. He may go for the pot, or he may go for a safety shot. A lovely shot from Christopher. Beautiful shot, that. Couldn't have played that any better. Played it absolutely perfect. And you'd imagine Chris will just draw it back to a nice position for the black. And now he's pushing it through, not drawing it. And there we go. Oh, it's a little bit awkward, but Chris is such a good potter, I will not imagine him missing this. Beautiful shot. Well done, Chris. A lot of people don't know of Chris. If you don't, you certainly will in the senior scene because he's a force. And there's another one called Steve Wall that isn't here today. He has been at 147 Club, which is a fantastic venue if anyone wants to go. They do great streaming. The people are very nice. The commentators are really good. He was on stream up there and so was Chris. Got to the final of a senior event. When you see Steve Wall, he's a pretty decent player. But everyone's a decent player here today. Everyone's decent. Everyone can beat each other. It's just purely who's on form and who gets that slice of luck at the right time. That's a nice break from Christopher. Should imagine he will go yellows. I say, like most decent players, they're working it all out really, which way they want to go. Once they go for it, they're generally fairly quick. It's just initially they may take a little bit of time over which ball they're going to start off with and where they just right. He's mapping it out, and what he wants to do is the yellow and the red, which are close together near the black spot. He's going to be trying to work out how to open that up, and also make sure the black is in play, because at the moment it goes in maybe one, possibly two pockets, that black. So he's brought the black into play now. So that's plan A up to now, successful. So it is a little bit awkward that red and yellow, which are glued together, unless it might go in. Maybe it goes in the top left hand pocket. If it does, then it could be 8-4 pretty soon. I think it must do. We'll just have a look from above. Flies in. Well, there you go. Christopher is on the march. So now he's just going to go for the yellow near the blue spot, and I think he's going to go that way anyway. He may not. No, he's going to go a different way from what I'm thinking. Well played. It looks a little bit awkward to get onto his last yellow, but knowing Chris, he'll do it. Yeah, pretty decent shot. Now, it's all about position. Now, everything is about position. And it's not easy. There's definitely big perils in this now. So, Chris was trying to leave himself a double. I don't know if he has. It looks like here comes the double. Boom, there you go. 8-4 to Mr. Hatton. So, Ian's break, and he definitely needs to make a ball or two, and he needs to take him out. He definitely needs to make a ball, that's for sure, because once someone gets to 8-4, the writing is more or less on the wall. As a player, you know you can't afford to make a mistake, but more importantly, like Chris is going to have 2 or 3 breaks, so to win the match. So no matter what Ian does, it is in Chris's hands. So he's made a ball, and it looks pretty good. He made a ball, so and imagine he's going to take yellows. His first turn is a little bit awkward. It would be awkward queuing, definitely awkward queuing. Red would be an easier starter, but then looks a little bit more awkward. So he has to make this ball. If he doesn't make this, it would be difficult for him. Well done, well done. So I don't think this is going to take him very long at all. He's got to be careful. This is the problem when you're a fairly fast flowing player. You've got to make absolutely certain. You've got to be careful. He may not go for the middle one yet. He does have a lot of options at the moment. So he's going to go around the table a little bit here. Got to be careful. Oh no, he's gone that way. It's tricky, that one. I mean, they're still on and he should still do it, but looks like you could make a mistake on this. It's doubtful. It's not absolutely perfect, so he's got to be very, very careful now. It's landed okay-ish. But he's not got control of the white yet. He's just running slightly out. And this now he really wants to get control of the white. I'm not sure. I'll have a look from above. Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful here. I'm not sure how he can get onto his last ball. This can definitely go wrong in the way the reds are situated. Ian would be in trouble if he doesn't get position. I don't blame him for taking his time. Now, is he going for a double? Or off a red? If he's going for off the red, it's some mad shot. That were a mad shot. Well played. That were a mad shot. That was a beautiful shot from Ian. Well played, Ian. I like a player with a bit of imagination who can come up with a shot. 8-5, he's not giving in, but now it's Chris's go. And Chris is going to be looking for a break and dish, that's for sure. Ooh, the dreaded in off. So Ian's got another chance to grab another frame. It's not easy, but they're all there, all the reds, I think. I think reds is 100% what he's going to go for, and he'd have a decent chance of getting another frame back. and then it's his break. Like I say, Chris is always going to have a break to win. 1 second. I'm just going to be joined by Steve Singh shortly. He's going to do a bit of commentating, which is nice, because I like Steve. He's good fun. Great pool player, and he's done great today. I'm going to check how he's done and how he's done it. I'm going to try and grab an interview with the players who are going to go on to stream before they play for a couple of minutes, just for a bit of fun, for a couple of minutes each. So you get to know the player before he plays. So don't blame him for studying this, because you know it can be your last shot, your last go at it. So you've really, really got to be committed. Here comes Steve. So there you go, Steve. You're now online.
Thank you very much.
So obviously Ian's under a lot of pressure here. Chris is 8-5 up. Chris just went in off, it was his break. So Chris is going to have another break for the match, even if Ian takes this out.
He's got a cannon, that yellow. He's missed the yellow, but
he's still okay in there.
yeah, he would have liked to take the yellow. Now he's going to have to just roll through slightly.
Yeah. So tell me how you managed to win, because I went over, you were 5-2 up after about 35 minutes. Down, sorry, 5-2 down against Tommy. And then when I came round again about another 2 minutes after, you'd won 9-6.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you managed to do. So you won nearly 9 frames on the trot.
Yeah. Well, actually, what happened was I won the. Tommy won the lag, I think, and he broke dished. I broke dry. He dished. He broke. It was slightly tactical. He far, of his experience, etc.
Yeah.
Tactically, it's
He's aware,
fantastic.
yeah.
And then next minute I'm 4-0 down. So I'm thinking, oh my god, I've got to do something. And then he's gone for this clearance, probably because he was 4-0 down, 4-0 up, and he's gone for this he's got to try and break the black up. And I'm thinking, he's running out of balls here to try and break this black up. And on his last red, he snookered himself. He's hit the black, so I thought, well, I've got to clear up here.
You got 2 shots, have you?
No, he's hit the black, and the black's gone over a pocket.
Oh.
So I thought, well, there's no point me snookering him. I've just got to go for it, and I didn't miss. So 4-1, and then I cleared up 4-2. Then he broke dry 4-3. Then I cleared up 4-all. Then he broke dry.
He told me you were 5-2 up.
No,
so
right. Then I went 5-4 up.
Yeah.
And then he pulled it back to 5-all, and then I've gone 6-5, 7-5 up.
Yeah.
Then I've potted a ball and cannoned a black in accidentally to go 7, and he made a comment saying, that's the only way I'm going to win a frame. So I
Which
thought,
is ideal for you.
Yeah, then I thought, all right, so 7-6 up. Then I cleared up, and, just opening reds and balls up, etc. Gone 8-6 up. And then he's gone for a clearance, but it hasn't quite come out. I've played this one shot where I've suddenly got command of the game, and now he's defending. He's covered the black with a yellow pocket. I've got 2 balls left. I thought I just need to get on the
I
black
saw
somehow.
that. But I saw when you did it really good.
Yeah, so I had to
Really
play
good.
cushion first, potted the red, white round the angles.
Yeah, but you had a load of yellows around it.
Yeah,
So you
load
had
of
to
yellow.
take a lot to chance.
Yeah, and I've
Left
come
yourself a
up.
double.
Yeah, it wasn't a straight double, so I had to check it slightly to straighten the black up. And when I see it coming in, I thought, wow, can't believe it, 9-6. Come on.
You played, but when I just watched them final 3 balls. So I thought he's going crazy here because you got one on the bottom right hand side,
Yeah.
your last red, and he's surrounded by yellows. And I thought, what's he going to do here? He's going to go cushion first, and he's got to get back up because you had to go the full length of the table. To get back up for the black on the top side of it, and I thought this is doomed for failure, and it weren't. It landed what I thought. That it weren't a straight double, obviously, but I thought, wow, you crazy dude, you've got it.
Yeah, and the frame before that, I had to pot a red very, very thin, but very, 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 very slowly because the bottom cushion's reactive, and I had to leave myself a red in the corner, and then I had the length of the table to pot another red to leave myself a double on the black,
Yeah.
and I've cued it really well, smashed the red in, and then doubled the black.
Well, I've got to say you're doing better than Partab because Partab and got it. Ian Davenport, right, are on 1-0.
Yeah,
And they've been playing for 2 days.
it's crazy, isn't it?
They're a couple of fudges, them two, aren't they?
I mean, I don't know whether they mean they obviously like the battle, and
they love it.
there is there's this argument that I'm constantly having with myself. Um, I'm not schizophrenic, but I do have this argument with myself, and that is: do I play a frame where it's tactical, or do I just go for it and believe in myself that I can pot everything, or pot,
Put yourself out of it.
yeah, pot myself out of it, because you get some of these players who just pot absolutely everything, and you could lose. Like yesterday, I lost 9-2 to Graham, and he just potted absolutely everything, and I'm thinking, wow, these guys can really, really pot balls. But then, when you do it yourself, you don't perhaps see other people might be thinking the same as well.
Same, yeah. That you're actually scaring your opponent.
Yeah.
You know, when you start potting and you're not missing,
Yeah.
they're scared of missing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't. And it's kind of if you start trying to put them in a safety battle, they just pot it out.
Yeah, exactly that.
And you think, what? I can't. I don't. What can I do here? Because all he's going to do is open them up and finish them.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I sometimes, and then I watch some of the the matches at the Supreme Pool Series.
Yeah.
And I know there's different set of rules which affords them to go for things, but they you think, oh,
It's
right,
constant,
I'll
isn't it?
probably take the bag here, but no, they just pot it, smash other balls out, pot it. Next minute,
It's all over. Yeah.
and you think,
It's
what?
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think the game between Partab and his opponent is that maybe they haven't got that. Maybe they. Not the confidence, but thinking
Belief,
belief that
that they can do it frame after frame.
and they can, but it's just that.
I think sometimes they've been punished for going for it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, especially when you're playing one frame pool, when you play for your team, you really can't afford to just be gun-ho.
No.
You've got to play tactical a lot of the time because that's how you win the frames.
But there's another argument, and this is again, I think to myself, well, they've chosen me to play in the team because of the way I play. So does that mean I should stick to playing the way I play? Because they've chosen me for that reason.
For that reason, yeah, because you're attacking.
Yeah. If I've suddenly changed my game, playing tactical, I could get criticised for saying, "What are you doing? You're
not playing to your strengths.
Normally, you would have gone for these.
Yeah.
You're playing too negative.
Yeah. There's that as well.
So you got to then. So for that reason, you got to think. Do you know what? I'm going to play the way I play.
And if you win, you win.
If I win, I win. I'm not trying to lose. I am trying my hardest and everything. I'm not going to go headless, but if I want to leave myself a double or a treble or something, and that's what I normally do, then do it. I'm not saying I normally do that.
Do you not notice, Steve, how I've done my little advertisement, and you're on it a few times?
Yeah.
Because the shots you did were really good shots, and they were thinking out the box shots.
Right.
You know, like off the cuff kind of thing. Right, I've spotted a shot, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And you're in it, and you've got it. And I love players like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I much prefer. I mean, you don't want to see someone missing.
No.
You want people to see a shot and go for it. Because of the way that you play, you won your first tour
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
And how old are you now? 70?
Yeah. 53 there.
No, you know, you've been on it a few
Yeah.
years now, and you've won your first one.
Yeah.
But it's the way that you're playing
Yeah.
that you've won it, by being attacking. And you just have to play to your strengths. You have to play to your strength, and when you win, it's so good. Do you know? And Keith did a commentary on your final, and he did the most wonderful job.
Yeah, he did.
On your final. He is a fantastic commentator.
Yeah.
Great pool player and all that, but he made your final that little bit extra special, I think.
Yeah.
Have you watched it back?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to watch it a few times.
Yeah.
I've watched it a few times because of Keith's commentary, and
his knowledge as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that knowledge.
Yeah.
And he were very generous with you both all the time, weren't he? He weren't judgmental on shots
No,
or
of course
anything
not.
like that. He were explaining why you were going for certain shots. Chris is going for the kill now.
Yeah, but I think, just going back onto this,
Yeah.
like first of all, the black, I don't think the black doesn't go in the middle.
We can have a look from above.
Can we?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh, there you go.
Let's tighten it. It
I think it does.
See, but I mean, what shot does he play here? He can roll the red in the middle and leave himself an angle to pot the red down the rail and cannon.
Yeah, that's what he will do, won't it?
Second red.
Cannon it in and hope for cannon it in such a way, not too gentle, not too hard.
So he's got a.
He's left himself a good angle here.
Or he can play
because
it
he's
off
right.
the red.
Yeah, he'll play it off the red one.
That's what he's looking at now.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, Chris is a fantastic player.
Yeah.
But everyone's a fantastic player that's left. There is no dummies in now.
No.
You know, I'm out. There is great shot, and I think that will close the match off now.
Can we go into the other
View? Yeah.
view?
Yeah, no problem.
See, has he got the angle?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
I don't know. You know.
yeah.
Is he forcing it? Yeah, he had to force it.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah, he should be.
No
all right.
dramas.
No. Looks like the black goes.
Yeah.
So.
And Chris has played really well. I mean, they've had some dogged frames, obviously, because they're one of the later matches. But well done, Chris. Thanks for coming on, Steve.
No worries.
We'll see who your opponent is next, and I'm going to judge you. We're going to put on stream, but
I think I'm playing the winner at Dave and
yeah,
Martin.
David Martin.
Yeah, I think Martin won.
Okay, there we go.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this?